Hello and welcome to CVR News Network. You're watching CVR English and welcome to the primetime edition. Kashmir is facing the bloodshed once again by an unknown miscreant. Dressed himself as an army man and fired at the tourists. 5 people reportedly died and 20 others are injured. Many of them are in critical condition. This bulletin is exclusively giving you the update on the terror attack, and before proceeding it, let's check the headlines of the hour. As we have informed you that after several years, the tourists have become the target for the terrorists. This bulletin is exclusively on the Kashmir terrorist attack, the event that attracted the nation's eye. Before proceeding to the bulletin, let's check the headlines once. Prime Minister dials Amit Shah after terror attack. Home Minister to leave for Srinagar soon. Sajid Lone condemns terror attacks in Pahalgam and Handwara, calls terrorists enemies of Kashmiris. Chants of Modi, Modi echoed as Indian diaspora welcomes Prime Minister Modi on his state visit to Saudi Arabia. AIMIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi defends 2013 Waqf Bill, cautions government's use of powers. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankad said people are supreme, Constitution's guardians are elected representatives. And the news in detail, as we informed earlier, 5 people are reportedly died in the Kashmir terrorist attack that has happened in Pahalgam. Several tourists were injured on the terrorist attack after a group of the terrorists in Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir opened the fire, officials said. Gunshots were heard till by Saran Valley, one of the prime tourist spots in Pahalgam, following which security forces rushed to the site in Pahalgam. According to initial inputs, unidentified gunmen opened fire on the tourists who had gone for a trip which is famous for trekking. The spot, which is called as a trekking spot, is an internationally renowned tourist destination where even now the road and the motors are not allowed and only the trekkings and only on foot and animal trekking is allowed. So in that particular area, none other than tourist presence is felt. And in that sensitive area where tourists come to rejoice, to see the paradise on the earth, to view the beauties of the Kashmir, nothing more than the scenic beauties and nothing more than the cheers of the tourists are heard. All of a sudden, terrorist has opened the gunfire on these tourists, and one of the victims has said that the gunman, even at the point blank, has fired at the point blank. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is on a visit to Saudi Arabia, has immediately called Amit Shah to take care of the Pahalgam terror attack, while the Home Minister called an emergency meeting at his home in Delhi. As per the sources, Prime Minister asked Amit Shah to take all suitable measures and also visit the attack site. Earlier, terrorists attacked the group of tourists in the Baisarana village of Pahalgam. Many are feared dead while several injured in the attack. Meanwhile, Amit Shah called an emergency meeting at his home. Sources said that IB Chief, Home Secretary and other senior officials are present in the meeting. As per the sources, Amit Shah also spoke to Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and Chief Minister Omar Abdullah after the attack. Umar Abdullah, who is touring the spots which were devastated in Jammu and Kashmir flash floods and cloud bursts, immediately rushed to Srinagar to monitor the situation. CRPF DG, Director General Jammu and Kashmir Police, and army officials also joined the meeting through video conferencing. Calling the Pahalgam terror attack a blot on humanity, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge condemned the cowardly attack, and almost every party has condemned this attack. To know more about the details, we are joining with our special correspondent Srikar via Zoom. Srikar, can you give the latest update? What is the exact number of casualties? Because government has, it seems that has not yet released the official figure, but according to the sources, the figure has risen to 5. How true it is, and what is the information that you are having?
Yes, you are absolutely correct, Amit. The casualties of Jammu Kashmir terror attack had been raised from 1 to 5, and the 3 other patients who are suffering the bullet attacks are also in a very serious condition. Umar Abdullah, the CM of Kashmir, has openly said that this is a coward attack by any organization or the outfit which has performed today's attack. It's a very coward attack. If anyone who wants to face India, or who is against India and who is weaponizing people over India, if at all they have to face India, may not. The tourist attacking on tourists is nothing but a coward attack. It is directly said by the CM of Kashmir, Umar Abdullah. Not only Umar Abdullah, the president of INC, Indian National Congress, Mallikarjun Kharge, has also responded on Kashmir attack, the Kashmir terrorist attack. He also said that this is a very unacceptable thing done by any outfit or terrorist organization. Not only Mallikarjun Kharge or Umar Abdullah, almost every Indian politician has condemned the act which happened in Kashmir.
Srikar, what exactly, because one of the eyewitnesses has said that a few were even shot at the point blank. What is the information that you are having? How the firing has taken place, and what exactly is the lapse that has happened?
See, one thing we have to understand, Pandit, the people who came to attack the citizens or the tourists who are traveling all over India are from a terrorist nation or a kind of rogue nation. What else they can do than attacking on the women or the kids who came just to enjoy the vacation? What can someone, a terrorist nation or a rogue nation, can do? A country which map is directly a replica of a dog. What can their brain function rather than more than that, rather than attacking on women and children? This was a very old habit of the Pakistanis or the Lashkar-e-Taiba or the ISIS, whatever they call it. There are in the name of many outfits. There are very many outfits which name themselves as the liberators of Kashmir. They are nothing but coward people who attack women and children out there in Kashmir. We have seen this even in the late 80s and late 90s, where women and children are mostly targeted by the so-called mujahideens who come out there from Pakistan to liberate, in saying the so-called liberation of Kashmir.
What is the situation in the hospital? Actually, the casualties number is not yet clear. What is the statement that Amit Shah has released till now?
Amit Shah haven't given any official statement, but there are sources saying that Amit Shah is on high pressure by Modi and the oppositions of the country, because till now BJP has proudly saying that since Modi has taken charge and took a red eye on Pakistan whenever they did something like Pulwama or Uri, since last 5.5 years or 6 years, Kashmir had been completely silent and Kashmir was going through a road of progress. But after this latest attack, it's confirmed that again Pakistan, due to its identical crisis, they're again trying to bring instability in Pakistan. Amit Shah is very confident that this attack has been done by Pakistan or the terrorist outfits which are supported directly or indirectly by Pakistan. Not only Amit Shah, because Modi is on Saudi Arabia too from Jeddah, he directly contacted the Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, and Modi was particular about Amit Shah visiting Pahalgam and Anantnag sectors of Kashmir, and Modi has instructed Amit Shah that he has to visit the attack area personally with the CM of Kashmir, Umar Abdullah. Both Home Minister of India and CM of Kashmir, Umar Abdullah, taking charge after this, we can see.
Okay, earlier actually we have got the information that Amit Shah is set to leave by 7 and now it is already 7. Have you got any information whether he left already to Pahalgam and how is his tour is likely to be? Because it's already late night.
There is no specific. Yes, there is no specific news that Amit Shah is in Delhi or is in Pahalgam, but the right hand men of Amit Shah are in Kashmir and are on ground zero of the attack which happened in the Kashmir today. The Anantnag area and the Pahalgam area are one of the peaceful areas of Kashmir, and Pahalgam, to say openly, it's the opening gateway of the Kashmir for any tourist who want to explore Kashmir, to explore the culture of the Kashmir, or to explore the beauty of the Kashmir. The Pahalgam, Gulmarg, Sonmarg, these all places are known to be the Switzerland of India. Well, even previously, Kashmiri people who were on the roads by saying that we want so-called liberation, where there was a situation in Kashmir Valley where we can see people throwing stones on military persons and police persons of Jammu Kashmir. Well, these were the places where people from Pakistan come and radicalize people. Well, we can say directly that these people who attack today are the direct mujahids, or or these people may be a kind of youth who had been radicalized by the people who came from the Kashmir. We can see other people who had been arrested previously, like Burhan Wani or any other person, are born in Kashmir, where they are being radicalized by the people who came from the Pakistan. Our youth who are born in this country, this soil, and who take the Indian air, and who have been radicalized by the so-called terrorist and rogue nations, citizens, Pakistani citizens, it is not accepted. And Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, is known for his strict and quick actions. Well, let us hope that Amit Shah, Umar Abdullah, and other military personnel, and especially the CRPF units and other rifle units who are present there in Kashmir, will take the strict actions against the rogues who have committed this crime in the heaven of India known as Kashmir.
Srikar, actually, initially we have got the information that the terrorists have come in the disguise of the army camouflage. Is it right? Have you got any correct information on that? And if it is right, that how come an outsider could come in an army uniform and start this particular firing?
No, actually, Sandeep, to say it openly, getting the camouflage, they're not being in, and especially in a place like Kashmir, in camouflage cloth or other things is not that tough, because when a person can get an AK-47, when a person gets an AK-57, when a person gets an RPG, where a person can handle and get bullets, other yes, person can't get anything called as emerald. It's a very silly thing people are saying. How can one establish a very big corporate firm will get a global data only buy the tailored dresses where they can be online or it may be pet store. A person can get a camouflage very easily, and especially in like bullets, weapons, RPGs, explosives, RPX are a very just a common thing. Getting camouflage dress is not that big deal, Sandeep.
Yeah, getting a dress is not a diff, but cross-checking who is a genuine army man and who is not should be the case. I was speaking about that.
There are also many. There are also many citizens from here who buy of dresses and wear in a very permitted in order to support their army had given a chance to people to wear camouflages in order to feel good rather than are ever expected that cowards do such things. This would be a very good lesson for Kashmiri Rashtriya to act. They should not uh, people to wear these camouflage dresses. Even I have seen in the other case of Atik and in Uttar Pradesh, people who went to murder in disguise of a just. We seen the entire India had seen this. They went in a disguise of a journalist. They just thought they just the place. They were caught by police. The very same thing happened. They disguised them. The very same thing happened here. These mosaics or the so-called rogue nation citizens has disguised themselves and attacked the so-called tourists. See, a coward attacking a tourist. How can someone pre-predict this?
All right, Shikhar, just last year, actually, entire world, one information and one news majorly has come. The difference between the Indian Kashmir and the Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, where huge demonstrations has happened to remove the borders so that they will be coming into the Indian side. Because on one hand, Indian tourism has blossomed like anything and record number of tourists have gone. And now the summer is starting, the flower festivals are of course actually have come to an end, but the actual tourist season has started. Is this the prime reason why the tourists are attacked, or is there any other thing?
Actually, Sandeep, Kashmir is not only a gateway for those beautiful snow-covered mountains, but also a very good place in order to source dry fruits. Especially in this season, Kashmir is blossomed with those apricot trees and the beauty of those pink flowers out there for the apricot trees. People visit Gulmarg, Sonmarg, Pahalgam, and other places in order to get a relaxation from the heavy heats of the North Indian states, especially from UP, Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, and other places. Well, not only this situation, the autumn, not only the attraction of the autumn travelers, but Pakistan, the rogue nation, has also taken the advantage of the Waqf amendments. Many states like Bengal, Kerala, Hyderabad, Karnataka, and other Jharkhand, and many states, the violent protest has erupted. Well, many CRPF or other forces are on these work amendments protection duties, and the other side of the CRPF and the other agencies of the valley were deployed in the climatic problems which Kashmir is dealing from past 4-5 days. Well, Pakistani, the rogue nation citizens took the advantage of this situation where CRPF and Rashtriya Rifles were deployed in the other works, and the valley was a bit little insecure at this moment as the Rashtriya Rifles and the CRPF units were on the different work. If at all the CRPF or the Rashtriya Rifles, the Rajasthan Rifles or the different regiments who carry the operations out there in the Kashmir, if at all they were in the very same positions where they used to be, well, such incidents couldn't happen. But as the Rashtriya Rifles or CRPF or the different forces who are acting out there in Kashmir are deployed in the different works, well, when the forces were deployed on the other works, the rogue nation took the advantage of this misplacement of the Jawans and it attacked. If at all Pakistan want to show their courage, well, they can come on the LOC. Well, it would decide the thing. I think coming on to LOC and facing each other eye to eye would solve many problems rather than doing this coward attacks. And
Right.
especially a nation like Pakistan, what can someone expect? Not let us take the Kargil, let us take the 1971 war, 61, 64 war, 65 war, 61, 47 war. Whatever you take, Pakistan had been known for their rogue actions.
Okay, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh to condemn the terror attack from Pahalgam, and he said that he is deeply anguished by the news. What exactly is further thing expected as a defense minister, and what do you think the army is going to tackle, how they are going to tackle this matter, and would there be any retaliatory measure according to you?
See, there are two ways in order to retaliate in this situation, Sandeep. One thing Rajnath Singh addressing the nation on this attack is not a very small thing, because straight away the defense minister of India coming out and speaking about this incident is not a very small thing. Not only Rajnath Singh, but also a person like Ajit Doval, the Indian James Bond, is also on a high level meeting in Delhi. The sources say this. The retaliation would be, when coming to the retaliation, it would be of two kinds: whether the unknown man taking the action, or the army taking the action. When coming to the recent situation, let us take the example of Uri attack. When the Uri attack has happened, there was no elections, there was no free pressure on the government. Well, everything was okay. But people of India were on a revenge mode. Yes, people were waiting for the vengeance. But now people haven't shown that kind of outrage when the attack was done into Uri or Pulwama or such kind of thing. Well, if at all the army should act in this situation in order to take vengeance, well, the outrage from the people should be more. If at all the outrage from people is not that expected, well, the unknown man will take the actions on this.
All right. On the other side, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah, who is doing an extensive tour in the cloudburst and flash flood affected areas like Ramban, he was away from Srinagar. Of course, now he has returned to Srinagar. Is this the advantage? Is this the advantage of the terrorist, and how could they encash the situation?
Obviously, Sandeep, as we have discussed earlier, CRPF or the Rashtriya Rifles or any other forces acting upon the Kashmir were deployed in other works like working, helping the people out there who were stuck on this cloud burst or the climatic challenges. When the CRPF and the other forces were on deployed on such duties, this is what Pakistan took advantage. In fact, Umar Abdullah said the very same thing. When the army or the forces were on different duties, no one will attack. If at all the people who attacked the innocent tourist or the armless tourist, if at all they have the guts to face the Indian army, they have to face the Indian army. If at all you want to liberate Kashmir, face the Indian army. When Indian army has liberated Bangladesh, it has faced the Pakistan army. 93,000 people of Pakistan army were forced to sign the agreement that yes, we have lost for India. Sam Manikcha and many Jagmeet Singh Arora, these were the legends who made to sign the signature of the Bangladesh. Well, if at all Pakistan has the guts to face the Indian army, they have to face the Indian army, not attacking the innocent women or the children.
All
The
right.
government of
Meanwhile,
India should act in a very toughest way where they have to act.
okay. Now, actually, the situation of Kashmir is in a different mode. On the other hand, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha also condemned the attack, and probably this is the first attack we are seeing after a government has formed in the Union territory. Would this be an issue that would be raised? Because actually, on one hand, the statehood issue is also on high rise, and this is one prominent attack that has happened when the statehood demand is on the rise. What could be the impact?
See, nothing would be the impact. The declaration of statehood would be delayed a bit. But CRPFs, I'm sure about this, Sandeep. CRPF will be on a top gear in order to take the action on this so-called Mujahidins and permanent terrorists. CRPF will take the top gear on these people. They'll act ruthlessly. The hunt of these so-called Mujahidins will be on its peaks. As we can see, Chhattisgarh, the cleaning of Maoists is happening. In the very same way, Kashmir would be cleaned with the blood of these so-called rogue nation citizens. This would be the correct actions if at all the state government or the central government, whichever government wants to act on this incident, and the whichever government, either the state government of Kashmir or the central government, if in both the governments who want to offer the justice to the victims who faced their blood today, well, hunting down these arrogant citizens of Pakistan would be the only solution and only justice for the people who sacrificed their life today. The people who went to enjoy just for their vacations should not face such situations. Any citizen, whether it may be you, whether it may be me, or or any other citizen of India, should not be fearing to visit his own country. Kashmir may have statehood or it may not have statehood. Kashmir belongs to India. Any Indian citizen or any world citizen, whoever wants to visit Kashmir, they have to visit Kashmir with more safety rather than with fear. This
All
is
right,
the
Shikhar.
responsibility of both the state government and the central government. This is nowhere related with the statehood. Whatever it may happen, maybe the statehood would be delayed a month or 2 months or months. Statehood doesn't give any right to do such mischievous things by anyone, right?
All right. Actually, one outfit which is a shadow, which is called the so-called shadow outfit of the Lashkar-e-Taiba Resistance Front, has claimed to have done this particular terror group because this particular
See,
organization
particularly
seemed to be
coming to
very new.
Lashkar-e-Toiba, Sandeep,
No, this
one of
resistance
the
front
close
name is
allies
very
of
new.
Lashkar-e-Toiba's chief has been shot dead by unknown man very recently, and that too in Islamabad in a very broad daylight. So, any shadow terrorist outfits or whether it may be straight away Jaish-e-Mohammed or Lashkar-e-Toiba, if at all they have guts, face Indian army, not the innocent women or children. Even the Quran never said to attack women or children.
Okay, now what
The
exactly is
people
this?
who are
Could this
telling
be
that this is a
authenticated
jihad,
one? Because
the people
actually,
who are claiming that this is a jihad should have at least common sense that killing soldier would give some or the other thing for them, but rather than killing a woman gives nothing but a curse by the people.
yeah, Shrikar, what exactly my question was is this a resistant front? The name itself is sounding very new. It is not like Lashkar-e-Taiba or some the Persian Arabic or descent name. The resistance front is completely a new name what we are hearing. Is this message an authenticated one? That was my question.
No, nothing authenticated, Sandeep.
Or
This
the
kind
even
of
the
people, as we
organization
can
does
see
this had
in
does,
many such occasions, they want to just take limelight. Whoever may be responsibility, whoever are responsible for this, I'm sure that either unknown man or the army of India will respect them by giving chest on their by will respect them by giving bullets on their chest.
okay. During this conversation, have you got any further details about the casualties?
No, no, no. The last input we have got about the casualty was the 5 people have lost their life and other people are striving to survive.
All right. Thank you, Shrikar. Thank you for joining us. And that was the detailed information what we have got from our correspondent Shrikar, that yes, 5 people, of course this is not official count, 5 people are reportedly died and 20 others are injured, and among them few people are critically injured. The death toll is not yet announced officially, but the situation is sounding to be so grim, else Home Minister Amit Shah would not be travelling on war front immediately to Kashmir. Probably Prime Minister Modi calling the Home Minister to monitor the situation would be a normal, because Prime Minister Modi is away from India on his tour to Dubai, and his Dubai trip, apologies, is on Saudi trip, and with this the Saudi trip has ended into has changed, the mood of the Saudi trip has changed from a happy mood, because actually in the afternoon itself when he has arrived in Saudi Arabia, Indian diaspora have cheered him like anything, and within few hours this unfortunate news has reached the Prime Minister, and he immediately called the Home Minister to monitor the situation, and probably the situation is not so easy, and so Amit Shah has immediately started emergency meeting, and after the emergency meeting reportedly he will be travelling at any time soon. He will be travelling to Kashmir to monitor the situation personally. On the other hand, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also monitoring the situation, and how this particular army disguise has started this particular attack. This particular attack that has carried out on the tourists is really a very tragic incident, because one of the two eyewitness has said that they have lost their family member as the terrorist has opened the fire at the gunpoint or at the point blank of their own family member, and that particular scene even to imagine is very tough thing. and this particular attack has got carried out on innocent women and children also. We are not yet received the official count of the casualties. Hopefully that would be minimal, or else absolutely not. Hopefully the number 5 also should be wrong, but not be rising at any point of time. Well, whatever might be the situation, Jammu and Kashmir since few years is on the news of Pakistan, because the tourism of Jammu and Kashmir has risen like anything, and Jammu and Kashmir has become the source of income to India. Earlier it was a complete liability. Of course, now also Indian government is spending a lot on the security of Jammu and Kashmir. We cannot say that it is not, but however, the tourism has blossomed like anything. Hundreds, thousands and even lakhs of tourists are also coming to the Tulip Festival that has recently started, and the summer is on the edge. Now the entire India, which is suffering under this heat wave, obviously the destination would be Jammu and Kashmir. And last year when India was sharing with the Kashmir tourism, on the other hand the Gilgit-Baltistan and the rest of the Pakistan occupied Kashmir, several demonstrations were happened. On one is on the employment issue, and the other aspect is the inflation issue. They are not even ready to buy, they are not having sufficient fund to buy few loaves of bread. That was the situation in Pakistan side, and they have demanded to open the border so that they can come into India. This has definitely hit Pakistan like anything. And this particular terrorist attack, especially when the national calamity of the cloudburst has occurred, is definitely a very mayhem moment in the recent times of Jammu and Kashmir. With this, we are concluding this bulletin.